Hi everyone, today we are going to continue with our interview series today. I
Okay.
will be interviewed. I will be interviewed.
Yeah. Okay, so today I'll be interviewing Michael on his experience with the application process and also how he got into the University of Rochester. So I want him also to give you an overview of the process in his experience. So let's get right into it. So
First I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Michael. I'm from China. Particularly I'm from Shanghai. I went to Shanghai number 8 high school for my, senior high.
cool.
And I'm right now kind of undecided in major, but I'm intended to major in data science and brain cognitive science, like a double major. That's pretty
cool.
much everything.
That's great. Okay, so I guess I didn't introduce myself much in my video. So I'm also I'm Andrew. I am from Ghana, and I am majoring in computer science with a minor in electrical and computer engineering and business. Maybe. Hopefully, let's see how that turns out. Okay, so in today's video, I just want to ask Michael. So Michael, when did it all start, and how did you begin the process?
So actually I started preparing for TOEFL long times ago.
Oh, okay.
Like years ago.
Okay.
And but between when I first started learning TOEFL, I was just trying to improve my English.
Oh, okay. So for the people who don't know what TOEFL is, would you want to tell them more about it?
English language test for non-native speaker like me and Andrew.
Okay.
And I think it is. I mean, it as a language test. I think it's easier than SAT. Writing session.
Got it.
After I finished doing TOEFL, I spent also time on SAT.
Oh, okay. So there are countries where you have to take SAT, like China, and in my country, for example, since English is our official language, we don't take
SAT.
TOEFL. We don't take.
You don't take TOEFL, but you have to take SAT.
SAT, yeah. I meant like the TOEFL. So in my country, we basically get the TOEFL waived for us. So you have to check and make sure that whether you are required to take it or not. And usually when you do well on the SAT writing section, you probably might also get a waiver for that. So that's something to look into.
So after I studied TOEFL a while, when I make up my mind, I think I made up my mind after I get into my senior high.
Yeah.
I don't know why I made up my mind. I kind of forgot. I just think probably. I don't know. Probably I just want to, because after years of studying TOEFL.
Yeah.
So I went for an advising agency.
Okay.
In my second year of my senior high.
Yeah.
And then I started struggling with my SAT as the winter of my second year in my senior high
school. Okay.
And at the same time, I also started, struggle with the essay after they released the essay prompts.
Oh, so this is the essays for Common App, yes?
Yeah, for Common App.
Okay.
I think it's releasing.
Yeah. Usually they don't change much in the prompts. So you can, if they haven't been released by the time you're checking them out, you can just check the previous year ones and then just get an overview of what's going on. Yeah.
So what we did was that I kind of we can talk about it, and then I actually started my applying process.
Okay.
And then after I got enrolled in University of Rochester ED, early decision, I started working on some AP exams.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I think for the applying process and essay, I think I didn't did much activity for advising for applying.
Okay.
Actually, what I did was that I kind of list all of the things I have done in my high school, and then I kind of use them as example to writing my essay, or
Okay.
just simply use them as my activity list. So
Okay.
I didn't like say I'm going to apply for American college. I'm going
Yeah.
to do some activity. I did like during my high school year. I was like I'm interested in something, and
Something.
I started doing some
Doing-
activity, and,
Yeah.
and at last I used that for my application process.
Yeah, I think that is a really good thing to
Yeah.
mention, that you don't really just do activities because colleges
Yeah.
expect you to do activities, but then you participate in them because you're passionate about them. And the more passionate you are about them, you're probably going to excel at them. And so colleges really recognize the fact that you're doing them because you want to do them, because that's what they want to see on their campus.
And also,
Yeah.
don't be so panic about your peers having like too much excellent activities, say some
Yeah.
competition.
That's true.
Because I didn't do any competition, any influential things, and here I am.
Yeah. So baseline, just be yourself most of the time and just like do stuff you
Yeah,
care
just
about.
Make sure you are interested in something and be passionate about it.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good point, because once you're passionate about it, I'm sure you very much would excel at it. And that's what like colleges
Yeah.
are looking for, that you're passionate in something and you're like doing something, whether for your community or for yourself, just to grow. They just want to see that you're doing something and not just like lazing around or just like studying and not caring about anything else, basically. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what do you think were some of the things that gave you high chances of like getting into University of Rochester?
I wouldn't say some of the things that gives me high chances. I don't know. Probably, I'm not sure why they want me.
Yeah.
I'm literally not sure.
Yeah.
I'm so unconfident.
So.
Like, I can talk a little bit more about the activities probably. So
Sure.
like, I did some club activity. I get some like leadership position, but that I didn't really. That's just a club leadership, so it's
Okay.
not really a very serious thing. I also did some volunteering, and like social volunteering and
Okay.
volunteering in the school library.
Oh, okay.
So because some of my school requires, the school actually requires us to do some volunteering throughout
Yeah.
the high school year.
Okay.
And my point is that don't treat it as some mission that is assigned to you. It's like, if you think that the volunteering position is interesting to you, just put more passion into it. Don't treat it as a mission.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't think of it as interesting,
Yeah.
just pass it. Don't worry about it.
Do it. Yeah.
Do something you're passionate about.
Well,
I
I
think
think
that's pretty much everything.
That's a really, really strong point, to like do something you're really passionate about, because the odds of you succeeding at things you're passionate about is very, very high. Yeah. So I would end with Michael's question. He asked me that what's the worst thing that happened to you in like your whole education?
I think people,
Okay.
especially students. Wait, that's everyone, right? I mean, students usually, like me, usually worried about stuff like when they are getting into a competition. Like say when you graduate from junior high, when you are applying for your senior high.
Yeah.
That's kind of beginning, competing for better, competing for your next part of life.
Yeah.
It's always make me feel overwhelmed and
Got
pressured.
it. Yeah.
And my point is that don't really be too overwhelmed about it, because I've heard people literally suicide in that process.
Yeah.
And one of my friends did that.
Oh.
So don't do that. Please don't do that. Seek help when you have to, and like don't push yourself too much. Like,
Mm-hmm.
be positive.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes there are people who are genius who can do
Yeah.
better than
Mm.
you, like without any reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are just talented. Don't worry about it.
But,
Just
yeah.
be yourself. You
Mm.
have something you're passionate about. You have your own value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's.
Oh, that's really amazing. Cause, and sorry for your friend too. I think that's like really something
I think
interesting.
it's just elementary school
School.
classmate, but they just.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. But I think it's sometimes it's hard not to get overwhelmed by everything, because probably sometimes this is your dream. This is something you want to do. But pro tip, and something I picked from Mike's story, is that just be yourself and like do the things you're passionate about, and most probably there would be some school out there that will like recognize you for
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you are, because schools have like are looking for like different things. So if a school doesn't like accept you, it's probably not the right place for you. So they are looking for the right people to fit their campus.
Yeah.
And so it's not only like you looking for a school, but schools are also looking for people who would like come and thrive and be happy at their campuses. So rejections are never like you're not good, but rejections are like, oh, we think you do better elsewhere. So it's like, don't be overwhelmed by everything. Just be yourself and let that show in your application, and you end up where you need to be.
Yep.
Okay, so this is where we'll leave you guys. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.